Hello, community. I want to tell you about a sequence of events that took place during the filming of One Man's Trash that make a pretty good story. If you've seen the movie, if you haven't seen the movie already, the short film, then go and watch that. There'll be a link somewhere. Our One Man's Trash, our short film from 2005. There's a scene in there where Link and I are dressed up like gangsters, which for us just means, putting on black suits. And for me, I think it meant having a fake mustache and being clean shaven, because all gangsters are clean shaven. And we created this fake dead body out of a basketball and a roll of carpet and like a sleeping bag or something. Anyway, it kind of bent in all the right places, and it really looked like a dead body. And so, and we were shooting this. We don't get a lot of help when we make our videos. And for this film in particular, when we were shooting that sequence, the camera was just set up, inside Link's house, and we were shooting out his window and shooting down onto the ground. There was nobody manning the camera. So what we did is we kind of got it all set up, and then we went through the sequence of pulling up, popping the trunk, taking the dead body out of the back, and then dumping it into the trash can. And then, of course, we'd have to take it back out of the trash can, put it back in the trunk, close the trunk, and drive off, and then do the same thing over and over again. And just to make sure that we had everything right, we shot this like 3 or 4 times in a row. Then we went inside and reviewed it, and we adjusted the camera a little bit, and then we went outside and did it 3 or 4 more times. So we're just in this normal neighborhood in Apex, North Carolina, just this residential neighborhood, condos right there, in this black car, dressed in that way, with a dead body. And you can't see the camera filming any of this because the camera is on the inside of the kitchen, filming out the window. So for anybody who happens to be looking out their window at this time, what they see is, well, there's a couple of gangsters, I guess, men dressed in black, tossing a dead body into a trash can. And now they're getting the body out of the trash can. But no, they're deciding to go ahead and put it in the trash can. Now they're having second thoughts and they're getting it out of the trash can. But it looks like they're putting it back in the trash can. Weird. You can only imagine what is going through somebody's mind. Well, we shot this sequence of events, that number of times, and then a few hours passed, and we had gone on to something else, and nobody was home when we shot the sequence. But when Link's wife gets home from whatever she was doing, she pulls up to the house, and there are 2 Apex police officers on the doorstep, at the door, seeing if anybody's home. And she's like, can I help you? And they're like, well, it's going to sound kind of funny, but we got a call from a woman who said that 2 men dressed in black were dumping a dead body into your trash can. Over and over again. And then Christy, Link's wife, is like, oh, that was just my husband. That was just him dumping the dead body. And they're, when she says, that was just my husband, they're like, ma'am, do you have something to tell us? She's like, no, he makes videos. He was making a movie. It wasn't a dead body. And she says, oh, in fact, it's probably still in there. So she goes over to the trash can. They open it up, and she shows them it's not a dead body. It is a basketball for a head and a sleeping bag or whatever, a roll of carpet. And so anyway, I believe the police called the woman back, and they said, oh, it was just a movie being made. And I don't know if she was convinced or not. But anyway, that's the story of fooling the woman into thinking that we were disposing of a dead body, when indeed it was fake, and it was all for the love of filmmaking. Thanks for being a part of the community, because I think that was the only way that you could hear this story. There are benefits to being a member of the community. Tell your friends, tell your family. Have a good week.